This is Chris Kelly with your Peak Fitness single leg stance progression. Single leg stance ideally is going to be performed with bare feet because we want to be able to grip the ground with our feet. I tell our clients, especially those that have the pronate and have sort of an internal rotation going on here, is to roll your feet to the outside and think about gripping the ground with your feet. We don't want them to curl their toes down necessarily, but what we do want is for them to press into the ground so they can feel their arches. In order to do so, what we can do is have them lean forward until they start to feel those, because they're going to start to grip to pull themselves back and come back several times to engage that. Once we can do this, our first progression of single leg stance would just be against the wall. Okay, with this, I'm just holding against the wall here. Okay, what I'm cueing the client to do is just use the wall when you need it. Okay, so if I can hold like this, great, but then I can catch myself when I need to. Okay, so as we get better, we can progress farther away from the wall. So I'm using one fingertip. And then finally, move to a true unsupported single leg stance. Okay, for single leg stance, I want to see everything be symmetrical. I want the client's knee to be about right in line with their waist, a little bit above. And again, the goal is to hold here for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds while maintaining good reference points. So the hips, the arch of the foot is visible, and I'm able to stand tall. From here, we progress to dynamic motion. Okay, so rather than just holding in single leg stance, for those that can do that for say 30 seconds, I'm going to start to incorporate reaches. And again, this is one where we can start near a wall, reach into the wall, come back. As a balance mechanism, as I get better, I can move farther away from the wall. All right, I can incorporate various ranges of motion, various activities, reach to the side, reach forward, use my arms and legs as drivers. Really, the sky's the limit with that. From there, the next progression would be to move to an unstable surface. Okay, so I have a folded up towel or mat here. That works. You can also use something like an Eric's pad or a balance board, whatever you have access to. And we just start the progression over again. Okay, so if necessary, you can get near a wall, move off of a wall, move to dynamic motion, until they're able to do this with good dynamic control as well as visual reference points of the feet, the hips, the shoulders. That's our single leg stance progression.